Hi, I'm Dustin with Bass Pro Shops, and I'd like to take a moment today to teach you how to properly spool a spinning reel. By properly spooling your spinning reel, you're going to be able to alleviate a lot of unnecessary tangles and hassles throughout your day of fishing. First, I begin by running my line through all the guides of the rod. And for demonstration purposes, we're using just a short part of a rod to keep it simple. So once I've run the line through all the guides, I come down to the reel. I raise the bail on the spinning reel and I tie the line directly to the spool. For demonstration purposes, I'm using only monofilament. It will be slightly different with spooling braid. So I tie the line directly to the spool. I then close the spool. Before you start spooling the reel, it's important to take note of what direction the line is coming off the spool. As you notice, the bail on the spinning reel will spin clockwise. You want to ensure that the line coming off your spool is coming off counterclockwise. Most line manufacturers, matter of fact, all that I can think of, this will be achieved by spooling with the label side up. You want the label side facing up. Once I've got it all set up, ready to go, I'm going to make sure that I have a little bit of tension on the line by putting the line between my fingers and the rod to keep just a slight amount of tension on it while spooling. I then begin to turn the line on the reel. Keeping tension. It's really important to keep tension on the line while you're doing this. You don't want a lot of tension where it's putting the line under strain, but you want enough tension that it's going to cause the line to lay on the spool evenly. Now that I have the reel about halfway full with line, I will take some Bass Pro Shops line conditioner and spray the spool of the line, making sure to coat the line thoroughly. This will help cut down on memory, and it will also help cut down on tangles and loops, and will improve casting distance throughout the day. You then can start spooling the reel again. Again, keeping tension on the line by holding it between my thumb and my fingers while I spool. The most important thing to note when spooling a spinning reel is to don't overfill the reel. If you overfill the spinning reel, you'll notice that when you lift the bail to make a cast, line will freely come off the spool without you even touching it, and that is a negative. So definitely spool it slow, but always be mindful of how full the reel is. Now that I have the reel full, I will take a note and look at the bottom edge of the spool. You want the lip to be showing about 1/8 or 3/16 of an inch to ensure that the line is not over full. The next step is very important as well, and one that my dad taught me years ago, but has really been effective in keeping memory and tension and keeping loops out of my line over the years. What I'll do is I find a solid object in my yard, whether it be, I have a basketball goal is what I use, and I tie directly to the basketball goal. Then I walk out, letting out about 50 yards of line. Once I get to 50 yards or 60 yards, I will engage the reel, make sure the drag is tightened down slightly, and I'll apply slight tension to the line, stretching the line. Then reel the line back up on the spinning reel with a slight amount of tension as you're holding it, as you're walking toward the solid object. Once I get there, I will take some more line conditioner, spray the spool of the reel thoroughly, coat the line, and you're good to tie on a bait and go fishing. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to see this done firsthand, be sure to stop by Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's and visit with one of our knowledgeable outfitters.